Hey y'all. Okay, this is Mrs. Baird. We're looking at a one variable multi-step equation because there's a couple steps that we have to do in order to solve for the x. And what we're trying to do is we are trying to find what this x would equal in order for it to be multiplied by 3, added to 4, and it to equal 13. So what could that x possibly, what number could that x represent? As we go through, what I like to do is first I start off with a line that goes straight down the equal sign because this equal sign is like a wall. Um, you can't do anything on just one side of that wall. Whatever you do to one side of the wall is kind of like a scale you have to do to the other side. Well, first of all, sometimes I like to rewrite equations with colors. Um, so, for example, I'm going to put all my numbers, just regular consonants, in red. I'm going to keep this equal sign, keep this plus sign. And then I'm going to put, since this x is kind of stuck with the 3, I'm going to do this grouping, this term, in green. And that way I know what I can do. I want to get the reds over to the right. I want that 4 to be over with the 13. The 4 does not want to be anywhere near the 3x. It wants to be over with the 13. So because it doesn't want to be by the 3x, we need to get rid of it. If we need to get rid of it, the only way to get rid of it is because it's plus 4, how do we make it to 0 so that it's not in the equation anymore? We subtract 4 because 4 minus 4 would equal 0. But whatever we do to one side, remember, we have to do to the other side of the equation. So I'd also put a minus 4 on this side. And then I draw a line to show that it's another equation. And my big line is running short, so I'm going to add some there. I'm going to cross this off, because again, it would equal 0, and cross that off. And now we've got 13 minus 4, which would equal 9. We have our equal sign. But we haven't done anything with this 3x, so we need to move it down here. So we have our x, and that 3 is like, hold on, I'm a number 2. I don't want to be connected to this x anymore, because now it looks like the party's over on the right. I want to be with numbers like myself, so I want to go to the other side. So we need to be able to separate it. When a number is with a letter or a variable, meaning it's a coefficient, the number is a coefficient and the letter is a variable. When they are together like this, 3x, you don't see an operation like a plus or a minus sign. What it is it is multiplied by each other. So it's saying that there is 3, there is 3 x's right there. There's 3 x-rays. So 3 times 1 x-ray, because you could put a 1 in front of the x-ray, or a x-rays is worth 1 x-ray. So there's 3 times 1 x-ray. That means there's 3 x-rays. So that's why it's 3x. It's 3 multiplied. The opposite, or the inverse operation of multiplication, is division. So what we have to do in order to get this 3 away from the x on the other side is we need to divide each side by 3. And again, I'm going to make this longer. And this line, every time I do math, I'm going to put a line so I know what steps that I'm doing. 3 divided by 3 would equal 1, but it also crosses it out because when we bring this down, 3x divided by 3 is just 1x. But again, 1 x-ray is worth just a x-ray. It means the same thing. So I'm just going to do x. And then I have to come over here to the right side and do my math. Because it's a fraction bar, it's the same thing as a division bar. It's an equivalent to a different number. So we're going to take the 9 and we're going to divide by 3. So 9 divided by 3, and you can use your calculator if you'd like, would equal 3. And so we know our answer is x equals 3. And I always highlight the answer like this. And there we go. That's how we solved it. If you need to check it, then you go back up here, and we're going to rewrite the equation like this. 3, and I put a parentheses, meaning wherever the x is, plus 4 equals 13. And I'm going to put our answer of x, which we had decided was 3. I'm going to put it in its place up here. So 3. And we're going to see, get rid of all of this right here so we have room. We're going to see if that works and see if it's a true statement in order for it to be a true statement, so we know that that x does equals 3. So parentheses, remember, also means multiplication. And in algebra, you're going to use probably the parentheses or that dot for most of your multiplication. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 4 equals 13. And so if we add 9 plus 4, it does in fact equal 13. And this is a true statement. 13 equals the same amount, 13. So our answer, x equals 3, is correct.